joined by both Kamel and Kate from the Beacon Bread Company. You know, I looked at your website. You obviously are focused on fresh products. You're focused on the Hudson Valley. But tell me a little bit of history of the Beacon Bread Company.
What we were trying to do, there was nothing there. And what we wanted to offer is not just baking bread, we wanted to offer a scratch kitchen. Along with fresh bread, we're making our own yogurt, we're curing our salmon, our meats are being raised and cured in-house, and the list goes on and on. So we're running at about 70-80% scratch kitchen. So on top of the bread, we want to focus on making it ourselves with our own ingredients and our own spices and our sense of flavor a little bit.
But you do quite a bit of business with the Hudson Valley.
We do Hudson. You know, we buy our dairy from Hudson Valley Fresh, and we also work with Common Grounds and other local farms.
What do you consider the specialties? You're mentioning scratch foods here, obviously.
Yes.
70 to 80% scratch, but you think Beacon Bread Company, immediately you do think bread.
Yes.
So tell us just a little bit about what you're making. You mentioned breakfast, but breakfast isn't the only thing that you're making.
No, not at all. The main focus was to offer breakfast during the hours that we're open. So at 4 o'clock, you want a bacon, egg, and cheese, come on in and get a bacon, egg, and cheese. But we also needed to include a lunch menu, and we didn't want to, anyone could make a pastrami sandwich at the corner deli, but we wanted to cure our own our own pastrami and make an amazing corned beef sandwich or Reuben to die for. And while we were at it, we were like, hey, why won't we make our own mustard and cure our own slaw and make our own A to Z? Since we're making our own rye bread, let's make a killer Reuben or Rachel. So that's where the lunch sandwiches came to play.
All right, so one of the things we have here is a Lady Melissa. It's a bacon, cheddar, garlic, tomato, and an over easy egg on top of the choice of bread that we have here. The house ricotta pancakes have a seasonal berry on top, along with some creme as well as some syrup. Next up, we have the caprese press. The caprese press is a tomato, fresh mozzarella, basil, and balsamic reduction on your choice of a bread. Beacon Bread Company is just one of a few restaurants you actually have here.
One of 3. We used to be 5.
Okay.
That's where ADD kicked in, and now we're down to 3 locations, and we trying to keep them close together. They're literally one city block away from one another. We have the taco place down the street at the corner of Main Street. Our focus there was to we knew that if we did a Mexican place, we're not Mexicans, and we didn't want to insult a cultural food that we're not from, so we did a California style taqueria, and that's been a great success for us for the past 8 years.
Makes perfect street food for Beacon Main Street as well. So.
And then we came here and opened Beacon Bread. But after that, we touched home and really focused on our Palestinian heritage and wanted to resist with our food. So we opened up Zaytun, which means olive in Arabic, which represents the olive branch of peace, and we're offering our heritage food that our mother has raised us on.
That's awesome.
It's great. It's a lot of fun.
By the way, I haven't tried the taco.
That's my favorite kitchen to work.
So you're here. You're on Main Street in Beacon.
New York.
What was the start to decide on Main Street, Beacon?
Max is on Main. Okay. My wife and I had nowhere to go one night, so we said, let's Google. And we Googled and we saw Max is on Main. It was the only show on Broadway and Main Street. There was nothing really happening around town at night. We wanted a drink and a meal, so we went there and we enjoyed it. The food was good. And we saw light poles, and I said, something's happening in Beacon, and that's it. And that's what drove us to it. And what better way than to be on Main Street when you live an American dream, right?
Now, what do you guys see for the future here on Main Street in Beacon? I mean, obviously the arts community is growing. There's hotels going in on Main Street. There's a lot of different things that are happening. What is in your future, and what do you see for the future of Beacon?
The future of Beacon is still growing. There's so much more to offer. I think anyone that's looking to invest in an up-and-coming area should follow the arts. If you follow arts, you'll be okay. Eventually something's going to make sense. And that's what we did. Arts, beer follows arts.
I'll take pictures of that and make sure we show everybody, because you guys now offer wine and beer as well.
We do, yeah. So the think if you just follow, like I said, it just takes listen to what the community wants, and you can succeed. It's no matter where it is.
I love what you said though about the ADD, because really, again, you had a lot of ideas initially, and now you're really laser focused on the 3 brands that you have, and you're looking to grow in an area right here, and your reputation speaks volumes for yourself. So congratulations.
The coffee's good, by the way.
Coffee's very good. I had a couple of cups the other day, but Kate and Kamel, thank you so much for your time today.
My pleasure. Thank you for having us. Thank you for choosing us. It means a lot. These little things is what make a mom and pop store succeed nowadays.
That's just it. I mean, the reason that we started Ramble in Hudson Valley was to go ahead and focus on local. Again, there's nothing against the larger brands that are out there, but the entrepreneurs, the mom and pops, the Main Street Americas that are here are the lifeblood that bleed into the areas that we're in. And if I can go ahead and help sell one more slice of Easter pie or another cup of coffee, that's my goal.
Great.
And I'm glad you guys are serving it. So thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.